We are a bit disappointed on that.
Kwisha Rais William Samoei Arap Ruto. Story yake imeisha.
Extrajudicial killing, the issues of fight against corruption, issues of historic injustice, issues of reduction of public debt, issues of NADCO. He never touched that.
So kwa hii video sijaribu kuiswipe na waomba tu. Unajua guys, Rigathi Gachagua is a truthful man. Rigathi Gachagua alikuwa ameambia Raila Odinga very very clear kwamba tuliongea na Rais William Ruto kama bado sijakuwa impeached. Huyo jamaa alisema ya kwamba hii mambo ya NADCO report yeye atachezea tu mzee hivi hivi na inaisha hivyo. Ukweli ndio umetoka sasa. Unajua members of parliament kutoka upande wa ODM party walikuwa wamengojea rais kwa hamu na gamu. Na kitu ya kwanza walikuwa wanangoja rais key point aweze kuaddress mambo ya 10 point agenda. We, Rais William Ruto. Ama madman. Kumbe hao majamaa walikuwa wanangojea rais aweze kuaddress mambo ya 10 points agenda. Na Blunder ambayo William Ruto amefanya, tafadhali usijaribu kusaipu hii video. Blunder ambayo William Ruto amefanya guys, ameona Raila Odinga ameaga dunia, ameassume mambo ya 10 points agenda. Wabunge wamesema, unajua baada ya William Ruto kuaddress, nimekuonyesha kiosi kwanza kwa ile video yangu nyingine enye inafuata hii. Baada ya William Ruto kuaddress, kuna wabunge wameweza kubahatika kuongea na watangazaji. And mmoja wao ni Senator Sosi. Senator Sosi ako clear sana kwamba unajua kitu ya maana pale ilikuwa kwanza 10 points agenda. Juu pale kuna mambo ya compensation, kuna NADCO report, kuna mambo ya kustop extrajudicial killings, mambo ya abduction na mambo tu mengi. Na ukiangalia rais ameassume na anajaribu, Rais William Ruto anajaribu kutuambia mambo ya 10 years to come. Unajua kusema unataka kuchange Kenya ikuwe kama Singapore. Singapore haikuchangiwa kwa mambo ya abduction. Singapore mambo ya abduction haikuweza kusaidia kuchange Singapore. Mambo ya extrajudicial killing, mambo ya lies na corruption haikuwa pale, ndo Singapore ikawa Singapore enye William Ruto anatuambia. So now Senator Sosi ako clear sana kwamba muda ni mfupi. Mambo ya 10 points agenda ama hii broad based government inaisha 2026 mwezi wa 3. Imebaki miezi ngapi? Miezi 4 peke yake. Wanasema ya kwamba William Ruto ataona kivumbi. And I want you to listen carefully. Juu mwenyewe amejikosea mwenyewe. Ameona Raila Odinga ametoweka, so hawa ndawachezea tu. Unajua nilikwambia nini? William Ruto anaweza impeachiwa. Believe me or not. Once Raila Odinga alisaidia William Ruto kuimpeach Rigathi Gachagua. Na mimi naona Rigathi Gachagua wako na wabunge. ODM wako na wabunge wa kutosha wa kupeleka William Ruto nyumbani. Unajua pia ndani ya Kenya Kwanza government kuna wale bado wako against President William Ruto. Hata leo tukienda kuvote kuimpeach president utapata kuna more than 10 of them. More than 10 of them wako against President William Ruto, but wako chini ya maji. We, ensure umelike video na anasema thanks for your great support. Nyinyi ni watu wa nguvu zaidi. Huyu ni Senator Sosi. I want you to listen carefully. Usikize kama William Ruto ataponea. Juu ameonyesha hawa wabunge madharau sana.
ODM party, how are you, Mheshimiwa?
Very fine.
I know you've listened to President William Ruto today, but some members are so rattled by his address. In what they say, his promises are so concentrated in some regions, and some regions have been left out. What do you take home of today's address?
First of all, as a leader, a deputy party leader of ODM, I'm very disappointed with the speech because we in ODM expected that he will address the issues contained in the 10 points agenda, which are very, very valid issues that affect ordinary Kenyans. For example, the issue of abduction, extrajudicial killing, the issues of fight against corruption, issues of historic injustice, issues of reduction of public debt, issues of NADICO. He never touched that. And we expected that this, being the first presidential debate speech after the death of Raila Amolo Odinga, he would take this opportunity to come and talk to Kenyans about the issues contained in the 10-point agenda that he signed with Raila Amolo Odinga. So as a party, we are a bit disappointed on that. Secondly, we expected that this being the first address to joint sittings of the two houses, we expected that he will give a 1-minute silence for Raila Amolo Odinga, who was one of the longest serving members of parliament and an important political figure in this country. He never gave that opportunity. He never discussed anything about Raila Amolo Odinga. And we thought that presidential speech was full of futuristic issues, ambitions about what he intends to do in future. Unfortunately, he does not have the time, because, you know, we are just about 1.5 years to 2027 elections.
He has given a very elaborate and very ambitious plan when it comes to infrastructure, actually a 5 trillion infrastructure plan, and he says by December he would have started some of the projects, key projects, including Mahou Summit Road. But even as you say, as he says this, some of the leaders have doubts on this, and they say it might not be achievable.
That's why I said it's futuristic. It's not about tomorrow or 6 months to come or 1 year to come or even 2 years to come. It's things that he has ambition to do in future. And you know that for those ambitions to be achieved, he needs to put money to it. Where is the budget? There's no budget to it. So is it another way of indirectly telling Kenyans that he's going to trust them more? So we would like the president to tell us more about things of today, things of the next 6 months, things of 1 year, and not things that will happen 10, 20 years from now.
You are here lamenting, frustrated about the 10-point agenda. As the ODM deputy party leader, what is it then you're going to do? Are we likely to see you guys walk out of this agreement?
No. You see, the point is that we have a time frame. The 10-point agenda, the gazetted time frame, is March 2026. And therefore, in March 2026, which is 4 months from now, we'll sit down as a party, look at what has been done and what has not been done, and on the basis of that, we'll make a decision. We know that there is a committee led by former Senator Agnes Zani, which up to date is not properly facilitated to start their work. So my expectation as a deputy party leader was the president to talk about the issues, the 10 issues in the 10 points agenda, which are very critical to the people of Kenya, and which ODM is very active in pursuing them, because they are contained in that document that he and Raila Amolo Odinga signed.
All right, thank you so much. I know you say you are frustrated. Let me hear.
You can imagine. Yani mambo yamechemuka na yamechemuka vizuri. Na ukiangalia ile speech ya William Ruto, by the way, huyu jamaa is a madman. Is a madman. Sikiza.
That is why, alongside the National Infrastructure Fund, we will establish the Sovereign Wealth Fund to give full effect to the constitutional principle of intergenerational equity. A portion of all royalties from natural resources and a portion of proceeds from privatization of national assets will be invested in the fund. This fund will rest on 3 pillars. Number 1, savings, to be invested for the future, as countries like Norway, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia have done with trillion-dollar funds. Number 2, stabilization, a buffer against global shocks, including commodity volatilities, pandemics, and geopolitical disruptions to ensure fiscal stability. And number 3, infrastructure, a carefully managed share will be invested in commercial terms to attract private capital to national projects while growing public wealth. History has already warned us. Along our coast region, titanium deposits have been exploited and depleted. And because we lacked a sovereign wealth framework, future generations will inherit nothing from the resources that we got from titanium. We cannot repeat this mistake. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, that is the scale of our national ambition. This is the blueprint for financing it prudently and responsibly. To shape this vision, I have engaged sincerely with leaders across the political spectrum. I've engaged many members of parliament, many governors, community leaders, and with Kenyans from all walks of life. I discussed this vision with the late Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga in the presence of Professor Anyang' Nyong'o, who reminded me that no nation has industrialized without roads, energy, and food security. I have engaged former President Uhuru Kenyatta, who emphasized the necessity of scaling up infrastructure investments. Honorable members, allow me to express profound gratitude to the 13th Parliament for your outstanding contribution, your foresight, your consistency, focus, and commitment on what is good for Kenya. The progress made in the last 3 years would not have been possible without your legislative agility, principled oversight, and commitment to national interest. When the history of this generation is written, this House, the 13th Parliament, will occupy a full and proud chapter. Your decisions are recorded not only in debates or statutes, but in the lives lived, progress of every Kenyan that has been achieved. For this, I extend my deepest gratitude and appreciation. I also extend heartfelt thanks to hard-working Kenyans who have diligently fulfilled their civic duty to the nation, giving life to the constitutional values of equity, social justice, and sustainable development. You Kenyans have shouldered the weight of nation building. Future generations will feel the impact of your sacrifice, and they will honor you as the generation that helped change the trajectory of our republic. As I conclude, I reiterate that those of us in leadership must bear in mind one critical lesson. Leaders are not ultimately judged by the vision they carry, or the statements they make, or the mantra they repeat. They are judged by the actions they take, the values they generate, the difference they make, and the impact they leave in the lives of the people. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, let history record that this generation refused to be timid, that we chose ambition over fear, action over excuses, and progress over false comfort of low expectation. Let it be said that when Kenya stood at crossroads, we reached for the higher path. The work ahead is formidable, but so is the Kenyan spirit. This is our moment to lift Kenya to the next frontier. This is our moment to shape a nation worthy of its promise. This is our moment to rise. Honorable members, it is now my pleasure to submit.
Huyu jamaa mambo yake ni ya mauongo. Yeye anatuambia mambo, unajua ako na muda mchache sana kuexit government. Na bado anaendelea kutuambia lies. That's why unaona Senator Sosi anatuambia nini? Huyu jamaa instead tuambie mambo ya within 6 months, 1 year, anatuambia mambo ya more than 10 years. Kumaanisha dark rule more than 20 years. Unaona? Maybe hakuna tactics kama za Museveni za ku make sure ana rule more than 20 something years. Venye nilikuwa nakuambia wakati ambapo nilicreate hii platform, nikawaambia huyu jamaa target yake ni ku rule more than 20 years. Unaona guys?